From live to independent news, we're the ones to watch in Fountain Inn. Well, good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us for WFIN News 2 at 6 o'clock. Traffic as of our upstate not looking bad, I will say. Our green screen's looking a little funny. We have nice light traffic across I-85 northbound. Oh, okay, there we go. I-85 northbound at mile marker 50. That is in Greenville County. Nice traffic, I will say. That's probably the slowest traffic we have as of the hour, which is nice, which is a blessing, thankfully. Let's go ahead and tune in to our weather. I know, I mean, it has been one of those days where the pollen is up and it is a pain in the tail to have to deal with. Let's take a look now at right outside. At Live Super Doppler 2, we are very nice, very dry from Greenville to Spartanburg over there to Newberry, of course, almost under Columbia. Maybe a patch of showers here or there across Greenville County, but other than that, staying nice and dry, which is a blessing across them. So we need that nice dry spell. This is what we're looking at over the next several hours. Let's see, 7, 8 o'clock. 10, 11, and early tomorrow morning, feeling about the nice 60s across the upstate. 75 by lunchtime for Greenville. Now, this is where we press pause. This is not our impact day, but as you can see on your screen, as of tomorrow, about 5 o'clock right here, looking like some upper rain. It's kind of hard to pinpoint what we're looking at right there. It's showing that on our radar, the more up we go, about 100th. It's very hard to see on your screen, but 100th, that's probably it. So literally 300ths, if that. Other than that, we are pretty nice and dry for Greenville County onward, right? Getting up to 80s, some more 70s as we go into the overnight hours. And then waking up Thursday morning early, 60s. Which is not the best feeling, but 60s, I guess that's all right. 70s by lunchtime, a little after lunch, 80 degrees on Thursday. And then winds kind of are sustained. They kind of shift, as you can tell. Not that much wind. You'll see with our wind when we have the little strikes. Now here is Friday. This is our live Super Doppler 2 impact day. Going to go ahead and roll it in to our system. Now, why do we have an impact day? Well, if you see on your screen, we have a lot of rain. Rain across Greenville, Spartanburg counties. All of the above apply, right? So with that rain, we're watching, what are we seeing with that rain? Well, it's kind of hard to tell, like we said. But we do know about 300ths, right? 300ths right there. But it's pretty much widespread, all the way from Greenville to Spartanburg to Greenwood. Pretty much widespread. Yeah, even some heavier mass across Washington, Georgia, which is actually right here near Lincoln in Georgia. Also, that's more of our heavier downpours right there. But, like I said, at home, pretty nice. And not as heavy rain, but of course that lighter rain. Looking like this over 3, 4 o'clock, 70s for Greenville, 70s, maybe even 60s as in the overnight hours or in the early morning hours of Saturday. Maybe you're doing some Easter egg hunts, whatever. Mainly of our rain stays up towards Georgia, parts of the South Carolina side of Georgia, kind of that area. Then over the overnight hours on Saturday. This is where we're going to kind of stop because at 3 a.m. on Sunday, getting up for church, Easter Sunday, we're hitting 68. Or 66, excuse me. Very nice and dry for that part. let's go ahead and take a look at now at our wind changes as over the next several hours, right? As of right now, we're sitting at our winds. Sustained, not very much. Of course, you can see on our little meter right here below my hand. Kind of shows kind of what our values are. About little 0 to 6 mile an hour winds. That is also the same story for a lot of this week. Going to be those half sustained winds. Oh, as we backed it up there. So that's kind of what looking at for our wind values. Like I said, we're going to see if we can actually get that to stay up on your screen. Oh, okay. Whoops. Well, it's not really wanting to stay for us, but maybe we stop. Okay. Looking at our GFS model for tonight and the overnight hours, seeing about mainly light rain or light wind, of course, 3, 4, 5 mile an hours as we go. So like I said, very light wind values, 6 mile an hour, 2 mile an hour winds by 1 a.m. on Thursday. So area wide, staying very nice. The breeze is down. Okay, the pollen rate, will the pollen be up? That's another story to tell later on. But like I said, next several hours, the next few days, we're good. Correct? Yeah, so we're good over the next several days. Like I said, our rain, it mainly comes in on, this is saying Saturday, Sunday, the rain accumulation of up to 47 inches, or 47 hundredths. That is across parts of Greenville County, western North Carolina. And the reason why it says that is because this is our GFS model. We use different models, and those different models indicate different things. So, what to expect? Well, like I said, rain over Thursday or Friday, now and then, potentially to Friday. Definitely rain. Not really looking at Saturday, which Easter Saturday, maybe you have plans. Nothing really. And then Sunday is not a rain day, which is very good. But let's take you outside right now at our afternoon traffic at Greenville County. It's I-85 northbound at mile marker 50 in Greenville County. Very nice, okay? Drivers, taking it slow out there, which is good. You need that. We need our drivers to take it slow out there. Because let me tell you, one wrong, non-slow move, and then it causes you your life. That's not good. But like I said, afternoon traffic staying very light across the upstate. Looking at all of the upstate, including Greenville and Spartanburg counties. Looks like we could have a crash on I-85. Yep, we do. I-85 northbound, we're actually going to pinpoint that for you right now. Yes, I-85, you're on your screen right now. I-85 southbound at mile marker 57.7. That's what we're looking at right now. We're actually going to take you to that live in just a second. Because it is definitely something to note that, hey, we got slow traffic. We need to make sure that everybody is on board with what we need to do. Let's go ahead and take you to that crash in Spartanburg County. We're looking, this is another look. Oh, that's the wrong look. We always... Okay. That was a wrong look. Okay. What you're looking at right now is I-85. The same look you're looking at right now. This is moving into Spartanburg County. So, like I said, traffic actually going to be on your screen momentarily. Yep, there we go. Okay, afternoon traffic looks like this. Like I said, we have the slow traffic, heavy traffic across I-85 southbound at mile marker 57.7. We're actually taking you a look both of those looks on our SkyCam network. We're not able to really pinpoint what's going on there at that moment, but if you look You can tell that we have all 3 lanes of traffic. It's kind of slow. It's kind of feathery back here towards the back of this, near that exit sign or whatever that sign is. But of course, like I said, continue to take it slow out there. It is definitely risky if you don't. Like I said, over here at this right lane sign, that's where it's kind of feathery, and it kind of gets a little bit slower up towards, I can't tell if that's mile marker, like 60 or something like that, 60, maybe 65. But drivers continue to keep it slow, and then coming back down to Greenville County, also keep it there slow there. When we come back with the latest on your local news, weather, and sports, we'll be right back. This is breaking news just into our newsroom right now, as police need your help. They're looking for this man on your screen. We do believe that his name, actually, I'm going to have that name up for you. Of course, like I said, the police are needing your help in finding this man. We do know that according to officials, the man is, I believe, accused. Sorry, we lost the story. I'm not sure what happened to that. We do know that. Excuse me. We do know that police are continuing to need. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna have to cut to the breaking news. Okay, cut that out. Breaking news also in the upstate, the police are continuing to follow this following story after a car runs into an upstate store. The car actually ran into the run-in store, get it, in Simpsonville. We're doing that in Simpsonville, of course, the car slammed into the run-in store in Simpsonville on Main Street on Tuesday morning. The store sits at 102 East Curtis Street in the heart of downtown Simpsonville. The owner said that the store was empty at the time when the car hit, around 4:30 a.m. Simpsonville police said the driver was not hurt and was charged with reckless driving. Of course, the department says that the driver was not impaired or suffered a medical incident. The person's name has not yet been released, but you can continue to stay with us on WFIN News 2. We also continue to follow after officials have responded to a bomb threat in a upstate mall. Of course, in Hendersonville, officials are responding to an active bomb threat at the Blue Ridge Mall in Hendersonville, North Carolina. As of 6:15 p.m. Tuesday, the Henderson County The Henderson Police Department said official officers responded to a bomb threat at the Ross Dress for Less store, which is located at the mall, or in the mall, excuse me, at 18004 Seasons Boulevard. We do know that the store has been evacuated and officers investigate the validity of the threat. Additional information will be released when the time is available. We also take you to look right now and momentarily, as we are learning after officials were responded to what appeared to be a battery issue, battery. They responded to the emergency crews responded to the BMW battery plant in Woodruff, South Carolina. We take you to that momentarily as we learn more. Of course, like we said, officials and the police are continuing to find out about the latest on actually on your screen right now. We'll take you to this story right now. Of course, I don't know if you're able to hear that, but as a look from Sky 4 after emergency crews responded to the BMW plant in Woodruff. We do know that, of course, the emergency crews responded to an incident at the BMW plant. That is a live Sky 4 video. Only you'll see with WFIN News 4. Thankfully, we were able to have that video. Of course, no other details have been released. But WFIN 4 is working to get information from them. And, of course, when we find out from them, we'll let you know. But, of course, the high-voltage battery plant broke ground in 2023. It is scheduled to be fully open, operational this year. And, of course, like I said, that is the latest after what we have with our breaking news here at WFIN 2 News. Well, thank you for watching WFIN 2 News. Sorry, I had to get in the camera frame there. Traffic is moving back normal again. Of course, as look right now at I-85 southbound at mile marker 57.7. Of course, you can continue to stay with us on WFIN News 2 on YouTube and our app. But for now, that's the latest on your evening news for tonight at 6 p.m. Good night.